Shalimar, I can make you feel good at BBC Radio Oxford. It's Sophie here, Thursday morning, 9:10. We are talking potholes this morning. I want to hear your experience of driving around Oxfordshire, maybe compare it to driving around other parts of the local region as well. Oxfordshire County Council's had as many people claiming for damage from potholes in January as it was getting on average in a year 4 years ago. That's what's come out of a council meeting last night. So let me know your experience. You can call 0808 100 9100 or text me 81333. Start your message Oxford. We thought we'd get you some expert advice this morning in what to do here, whether that be you hitting a pothole and wanting to claim it back, or whether, you're just spotting one and wanting to get it fixed. The council says the best way to report one is through this website, Fix My Street, ideally with a photo if you can get one without it being dangerous. That helps officers figure out how serious it is, see whether it's already been logged and where it sits in the queue to be fixed, basically. Now, once reported, potholes are usually checked within 10 days. On the line is consumer and motoring disputes expert Scott Dixon. Scott, I love that you admit you know more than a healthy level about potholes. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sophie.
So, we know it's a bad time of year, but is this year particularly bad? Because from what people are telling us, it feels like it.
Well, councils often point to winter weather, but icy weather isn't unusual in the UK, and it happens every year. And this excuse is trotted out every year. So road maintenance systems should be designed with that in mind. And while the council's point with icy conditions causing more potholes is valid with the freeze and thaw cycle, that can only cause damage if there are gaps, holes and cracks in the road for water to lie in and freeze and thaw. And if the surfaces were maintained in good condition, potholes and repairs sealed properly and did not allow water ingress, the freeze and thaw cycle wouldn't be an issue. And let's not forget that these potholes are not just a nuisance for motorists, they are a danger to life for cyclists and motorcyclists.
And also, footing some big bills. We heard from Lyndon from Farringdon earlier, who spent 600 quid, Scott, getting his fixed. So if you do drive around Oxfordshire, you have an unfortunate encounter with a pothole, how easy is it to claim your money back, and what do you do?
Well, councils often reject claims by saying they have a reasonable maintenance and an inspection system in place. But once a pothole is reported, they are put on notice. And if they then miss their own repair timeframe, that defence becomes much weaker. And in those cases, drivers can have a strong claim for compensation. So how to claim for pothole damage? As you said earlier, first thing you need to do is report it, and preferably via Fix My Street with photos if it's safe to do so. And if you can't report it via that website, just simply ring the council up. And take photos if possible to evidence your claim. And it's not the width of the pothole that's crucial, it's the depth. So try and measure it maybe with a bottle of water or a can of Coke, something to scale the depth of it if it's safe to do so. And you will be asked to provide a sketch with your claim to pinpoint the pothole, because there's that many on the roads. So a simple sketch will suffice. Get an estimate for costs of repairs, or provide a copy receipt, because you are seeking a full refund for the damage caused due to the negligence of the local authority. And also submit a freedom of information request and ask for inspection records for the past 12 months, all reports received to any road defects within the past 12 months, temporary and permanent repair specification and criteria, and copies of the works orders to identify how the pothole was repaired. Was it a temporary repair? Was it a permanent repair? Was it done to the correct specification and criteria? And it's a process of elimination to try and pin down liability.
Yeah, really good advice there, Scott.
It's not easy, but there's a reason why it's so convoluted, if you like, and it's because councils deliberately make it that way to prevent having to pay out for claims.
All right, good to speak to you. Thank you. Scott Dixon is a consumer and motoring disputes expert. We do know, we've spoken to people who've said that, they have successfully asked Oxfordshire County Council to pay out. And actually, they've done that quite promptly within sort of 3 or 4 weeks. We know that Oxfordshire County Council has had as many people claiming for damage from road defects in January as it was getting on average in a year 4 years ago. A report shows the council was behind its repair targets by the middle of last month. 35% of reported defects not repaired within target time, although the authority says that number's improved since then. It is partly blaming the weather, partly blaming a lack of funding, and says after being rated as amber on the new Department for Transport pothole map, it wants to look at what the green areas, so the better performing areas, are doing differently, and is actively working with local groups and the Department for Transport on that.